in our chat room in Spreaker, which is unusual for us. Most of our chat people are usually on Blog Talk Radio, and he said he's listening. So good evening, Joel. Nice of you to listen to us, and I hope you enjoy the show.
Yes, that means maybe we should start discussing what we're here to discuss.
Which is whatever we want.
Well, I mean, the primaries are over. Donald has been anointed. Hillary has been crowned.
And it's funny, Hillary hasn't reached her numbers yet without the superdelegates.
Well, Bernie is coming around now, slowly but surely. Elizabeth Warren has endorsed her. In fact, they're talking about Elizabeth Warren being a possible running mate, which I think would be terrific, an all-female ticket. That's something the Republicans would never do, you know?
Yeah, and she's also, she's really getting aggressive with Trump.
Well,
aggressive.
She's comfortable now because she doesn't have to...
Elizabeth Warren, not Hillary.
Well, Elizabeth Warren never holds back. She just, lets you have it. And like Hillary, I think even better than Hillary, she can take it and give it at the same time.
Well, she could do it better. They're saying
Hillary gets upset,
They're saying they think they're letting her do more of the dirty work.
Well, that's usually what vice presidents do, or vice presidential, nominees, along with the ticket. Hey, listen, she was a college professor. As a former teacher, I could tell you, when you're rated by the students, lots of times you get a rating that you may not agree with, but, you learn to live with it. Politicians, people, when they say Trump has thin skin, believe me, he really does have thin skin. He hates to be criticized.
It seems like it, yeah.
And that's all that they do with politicians, right, Elisa?
Elisa, right. Yeah, Elisa.
But the more that he gets criticized, the more his mouth gets stronger. I mean, he feeds on the criticism.
Yeah, unfortunately, that's true. The Rev wanted to know if I had come up with a name for the Donald.
Because I called him Mad Dog Trump.
You called him a Madman Trump. But I think Chameleon would be a good name for him because he's forever changing his color and his stripes. All right, when he uses a teleprompter, he almost sounds normal. And when he is on his own, he just rants and raves and drives the crowds crazy.
Yeah, they love it. People just
that's
love
the problem, but they do love it. I know. That's the sad thing.
And let's say just is listening. Janet is listening too. No dancing tonight. Oh, Joel, that's your friend. Joel.
My buddy's on.
Yeah, your buddy. Because now I'm saying, is Janet his wife?
Janet's his wife. Yeah.
They said they're not dancing tonight.
Well, welcome my buddy Joel down in Florida. This is usually his dancing night. In fact, I might as well make him smile from ear to ear. His son is the one who edited the book, Awake at the Bedside, which is a book about palliative care for the terminally ill. I have glanced at a few of the things that are in the book. And I have to tell you, it's a good read. It's carried by Amazon, and it's $20, and I'm not making a penny. So,
is he the one that was running around naked, jumping in the water? Oh, okay.
He wrote me something about that. He said, thank you for letting the world know that, but he loved it. He really did. He said he knows it was done with affection, and it was.
Yeah.
I fondly remember those days. But I welcome my friend Joel. I guess that means he's not sitting in Starbucks checking out the ladies. He usually does that in the morning after his bike ride.
Well, Joel says we're hoping Naj comes on tonight. Thanks for the book plug.
I'll plug the book all the time. Not a problem.
Does he get royalties? Then we'll really plug it.
Well, no. Well, his son Matty gets royalties, I'm sure. But Joel doesn't get any.
No, I'm talking about Matty. I don't know what his.
I don't know if he gets much.
Yeah.
I don't know what agreement they have with the publisher, but I tell you, he's an unpublished author who has written many short stories and a couple of novels, and he really would like to get something published. Maybe, who knows, maybe this will be his foot in the door. If a publishing house asks him if he's ever done anything, he could always produce this book, and maybe they'll be interested in reading some of his material.
Yeah, you never know. Joel, are you a Trump or Hillary fan?
I think he's apolitical. Certainly not for Trump, but he doesn't usually get mixed up in politics.
Well, we all have. Well, most of us are going to vote. So he's an apolitical atheist. Is that it?
That's my apolitical agnostic friend. I would say agnostic more than atheist. What do you think, Joel? More agnostic? We're waiting for a response, folks. That's why there's dead air space.
That's okay.
Here.
No, we shouldn't be doing that anyway.
That's true.
We're going to go ahead and let's go back talking about politics.
Fine. Well, as we said, Elizabeth Warren is being touted as possible running mate for Hillary, and I think that would be wonderful. I think there are two reasons for that. Number one is that, as the Rev has said, she could be a good hatchet person to go after Donald. She's not afraid to say anything, and that's what vice presidential candidates do. Plus the fact that she's basically the leader of the Progressive Party in the Senate, and her views are really much closer to Bernie Sanders. So they're hoping to bring in the Bernie Sanders young people by having Elizabeth Warren on the ticket. And I hope that if that happens, I hope that it works.
Well, the problem is, and we're all worried about that.
It'll definitely build strength to it. I mean, women. I mean, let me ask you a question. Do you honestly, and I'm sorry to interrupt you, Felix, do you honestly feel or honestly think that our country is ready to be run by a woman? Now, keep in mind, I am a woman.
Definitely.
But
it's nothing to do with a woman. Yes, but I don't know if it's Hillary.
Oh, I don't know. You know something? I would prefer to see Elizabeth Warren as president, if you want to know the truth. Okay? I think she's more trustworthy. All right? But Hillary has a terrific resume. Okay? Former First Lady. Went to top-notch schools. Former Senator from New York. Former Secretary of State. Okay? Yeah, she made mistakes, but a lot of people make mistakes. Trump has 3,500 lawsuits against him between the Trump University and everything else. So
no, that's nothing new. That's when you're in business. That's what happens.
Yeah, but then and one of the reporters came on today on the news before I came over, and he said that the Trump name has a history of not paying their bills either on time or finishing paying their bills. Okay? And that's the first I heard of it.
I don't know.
Business
is business. How they run their businesses, people do. Joel said he thought Hillary is the least worse.
The least what?
Worse.
Least worse. That's good English, Joel. The least worse. The least of the worst, huh? Okay. Well, you're right, and many.
With all said and done with Hillary, okay, granted, she has a great resume and all, but having a great resume, and maybe I'm optimistic, or maybe I'm using the wrong word, but having a great resume and actually having the job, I mean, it's. I don't know. I just don't feel that this country is ready for a woman to run it. Whether she has a great resume, great background, yes. She was in the White House. Yes, she was Secretary of State. Great Secretary of State. I'm not debating that she's not. But
everybody else
the
is.
Next level to run a country, I'm just so afraid of who's gonna come in next.
All right. Well, I will just give you two words or one name. Okay, George Bush, and I won't say anything more. Was George Bush ready to run? Was he ready for the presidency of the United States? Okay, history right now. I mean, I know his numbers are climbing because he's out of office, and I will say he's being a gentleman by staying out of things and not voicing an opinion. Okay, he's staying away from the fray, but he certainly, I mean, was not ready to be president. Who is it? Ronald Reagan, when he was governor of California, was approached by George H.W. Bush about, he said, getting his son a job. So he said, I hope you're not talking about the one who drinks and carouses. He said, I hope you're talking about Jeb and not George. Okay? But the father, 41, wanted, him to get a job for his son, George Bush, 43. I mean, he couldn't make a go of it with the Texas Rangers. Yeah, he was governor of Texas, but then again, so was Rick Perry. So there's not much to say about that,
Well, Rick Perry's much smarter now. He's wearing glasses.
I was just going to say, obviously he did not go to your optometrist.
No.
That's an inside joke, folks. We won't go into that. But it's true. When I put on glasses, I feel like I have an IQ of 169 as opposed to an IQ of 69.
You must have some really good glasses. I got to try them.
Yeah. They're plugged into the internet.
Oh, did you hear about what Obama's trying to do?
I don't know.
The United States.
What's he trying to do?
The United States controls the internet.
It's not China or
no. We run the internet. The whole.
All right.
The whole thing. All over the world, we control everything. We monitor the whole thing.
Okay.
He wants for the United States to give it up and let the world monitor the internet. Different countries like China and Russia and North Korea.
Well, I got news for you, right? Well, I don't know about North Korea, but right now I'm lucky I could turn my computer on and off and I can delete mail and read mail. So I'm very happy when it comes to that's about it.
No, I'm saying, but the internet right now.
You know how to send the mail.
No,
that's true. I do.
Right now, the internet works fine all over the world. There's not a problem with it.
Maybe he just doesn't want America to have that headache. I don't know.
It's not a headache. It's an honor. But, him is everything is, spread the wealth.
Hey, listen.
I mean, come on. Everything revolves and evolves around the internet. I mean, businesses work through the internet. We do a lot of ordering on the internet. I mean, why not,
Would you?
That's right. You got.
Would you let? What's his name? The guy with the horse and no shirt.
Oh, Putin. Your buddy.
My buddy Putin. Would you let him control the internet? Today I'm mad at the United States. I shut off the internet.
Well, in Russia, let him. I don't care. Internet. Hey, listen, and Trump wants to give nuclear weapons to Japan and Korea, and
he doesn't. He didn't say that. You have to understand what he said. What did he say?
Well, basically, he said it would keep.
No, what did he say?
I don't know.
What he said was that he wants Japan to chip in more for the U.S. to protect them. And
that has nothing to do with.
Yes, it does. Just let me finish my sentence.
Go ahead.
And he said the same thing about North Korea. And what he said, if they don't want to pay for this stuff, they may have to get their own nukes because we're not going to protect them if they don't want to.
But we have nothing to do with North Korea. North Korea is
South
not